today's topic. For anyone who doesn't understand any topic, any word, any concept, or anything that Safa is saying, you can just raise your hand and ask your queries, your doubts by unmuting yourself or either putting it on chat box. Either of it works. Okay? Feel free to ask questions. Okay? Okay. So let's get started. Over to you, Safa.
Yeah, thank you. I'll share my screen. Okay. Sorry. Can you guys see?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. So hi everyone, my name is Safa, and today we're gonna be talking about neurodiversity and how artificial intelligence can help people whose brains work differently. We're gonna learn how diversity in terms of thinking is valuable and why technology can make life easier and better for everyone. Okay, so we're gonna start with a couple of videos. Can you see them?
We can see your screen, but the video is not started yet.
Okay, 1 second then. I think it's because I'm only sharing. Okay, can you see now? Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
please.
You already know my name.
Yes, I do. Your name is Khan.
Yes.
And you are not a terrorist.
Oh no, I'm not a terrorist. No. And this is my son. He wasn't a terrorist either. My son.
I know.
You know.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna. So who's seen those two movies? Any of those two movies?
Anyone who has watched both of those movies, give a
It
thumbs up.
stars Amir and My Name is Khan. Yeah. So so you would know that Ishan, the main character in the first video we watched, he struggled in school, but he had amazing artistic talents. He was great at art. That's exactly what neurodiversity is about. It's where you can recognize everyone's brain works differently. Like in conditions like autism, ADHD, dyslexia, Tourette's. These are all examples. Oops, wait, sorry. Okay, these are all examples of neurodiversity. They each come with their own unique strengths and challenges, and they're all completely natural. Okay, so we can do a quick myth busting game. I'm gonna share a statement, and you guys have to tell me if you think it's a myth or a fact. Okay, the first one is that neurodivergent people, so people with autism or ADHD, they're not smart. Do you think that's a myth or a fact? Oh, is there? Okay, I can't see the chat, but the fact is that they're often they have amazing creativity and amazing focus, and just because they're struggling in some parts doesn't mean they don't have their own unique skills. Did you know that the actor of Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe, he had dyspraxia, which is a neurodiverse condition? Okay. The next statement is that autism or ADHD can be cured. Do you think that's a myth or a fact? Okay, so it is a myth. The fact is that there are lifelong differences. They're not illnesses or diseases that can be cured. They stay with the individual for a lifetime. And then the last one is people with dyslexia can't read. Do you think that's a myth or a fact? The Ishan from Tarzan had dyslexia. Okay. It's another myth again. Dyslexics can read, but they might find traditional reading, they might find it hard to read traditionally, and they use other ways to understand what they're reading. Okay. Have you ever seen traditional classrooms that sometimes struggle to accommodate the different learning styles for different students? I can't see the chat actually. One second, let me try. Okay. Okay. I can't see the chat because it's only allowing me to do one thing at a time. So if there are any answers or questions in that, I'm not able to tell.
No problem. I can say it for you.
Okay.
Dildar said no. Sanya said no. Tapsi said no.
Okay.
Zainab is asking, what is the meaning of dyslexia? If you can explain.
Okay. Dyslexia is basically it's a learning disorder, where students or people they can find it difficult to read, because of problems in speech sounds or how they relate to the letters or the words. So they struggle a bit to read and but it doesn't mean that they can't read. They just have different ways of understanding. Does that make sense?
Does that
Yes,
clarify, Zainab?
yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Also one. Thank you. So for one more question, what is the full form of ADHD?
I think it's attention deficit, um, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Yeah, ADHD, yeah, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Is that it?
Thank you so much, Hazel and Vashagra. I hope that answers your question as well. Sanya is asking, what is autism?
That's a developmental disability. It's caused by differences in the brain. Um, people with autism, like they usually struggle with social communication and interacting with other people, and they have niche interests. Like they have specific interests. They're interested in very specific things. Um, they can also have different ways of learning, moving, hearing, or focusing. I hope that makes sense.
Does that, yeah, does that clarify, Sanya? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, moving ahead. No further questions so far.
Okay. So what do you think it means to understand someone early? Let me try opening the chat.
Yeah. Can someone wants to unmute and answer? Okay, Tapsi has raised hand.
Yes, please. So I think why we should understand early that matters. So because we can find that solution they like do those things when they can't do that things.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
please. Thank
Exactly. I think there's someone else.
Dildar?
Yes, and also it helps means at the early stage, it finding its cure is very easily. So
Mhm.
eliminating the disease is very easy at this stage.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be in terms of diseases or illnesses. But early understanding for neurodivergent people means noticing how somebody learns differently when they're young and then providing the support to them right away. So early understanding would help the students be better academically because they get more personalized help faster. And then the kids would also feel valued and they would feel accepted instead of feeling like something might be wrong with them, which there's definitely nothing wrong with them. It would also help their teachers and their friends become more empathetic, more understanding, and it would create a more happy classroom. Okay, so we're gonna talk about AI. Who here uses Netflix, Spotify, or ChatGPT regularly? Yeah. So these are really common everyday things. All of these apps use AI. For example, Netflix uses AI to suggest movies or movies you might like, and Spotify uses AI to suggest songs you might like. AI is basically software doing tasks that humans usually do, like understanding speech, images, or even helping you write better messages. Some real life AI examples, which you should know well, which you should know well, are Face ID, where your phone obviously gets unlocked after seeing your face. That's AI at work. Another thing is when you're typing and then it suggests words for you. That's also AI. And then another thing is mental health apps, which offer support immediately. Those are powered by AI. They can help people deal with anxiety or stress in private, but they shouldn't be relied on for therapy. This is why we should understand bias in AI, because AI can sometimes be unfair if it's trained on unfair data. Like Netflix, for example, if it only recommended your parents' favorite shows instead of your preferences. Um, Similarly, biased AI can unfairly reject certain groups in job applications or security checks, which is why you should always think about who designed the AI and whose interests the AI serves. Another thing we should worry about is privacy online. Who here has had like an experience where they've had to be concerned about their privacy online? They think their privacy isn't safe online. Yeah. So AI learns from huge amounts of our personal data, like it uses our photos, our location, our messages. Um, but this means that companies have to respect our privacy and get our clear consent before using our information, which is something we usually do. They ask us for permission to use our information, and we don't really read the text, and we just click agree. So how can we support neurodivergent people through technology? It can help neurodivergent people thrive. For example, some apps can help non-verbal individuals communicate easily. So some apps, like if somebody doesn't feel comfortable speaking, which is common with people who have autism, there are apps that can help with that. Another thing is digital planners or visual timers. They can help students stay organized. And then another thing would be noise canceling headphones. That would reduce the anxiety from loud environments. And then one more thing that would help in terms of learning and academics is tools like speech to text, which would make writing easier for people who might not be comfortable writing. Do any of you use technology to help you study or organize tasks? Yeah, it's like a common thing. Okay. AI can help identify conditions like autism or dyslexia much earlier. For example, imagine Ishan from Tar Zameen Par. If technology identified his dyslexia sooner, he might have received the right support immediately. Similarly, Rizwan from My Name is Khan, the second video we watched, he's somebody with autism, and he shows unique strengths and challenges. AI tools today help us see those differences earlier on so that we can support people sooner. AI tools can also make learning much easier. For example, grammar apps make writing less stressful, and this isn't necessarily for people with neurodivergent disorders. We use grammar checkers all the time, like Grammarly. I use ChatGPT a lot to check my work. Another thing is audiobooks, which can help people enjoy stories without having to read, which also is really common. If you maybe don't have the time to be reading, you want to be driving and listening to the book at the same time. Another thing is apps that can break down complicated texts into simpler, manageable pieces to understand. Would you guys prefer using any such tools in school? And like, how do you think they would help? I have the chat box open now, I can read. Yeah.
Hello. So if I was in school and if we had these what to say options or opportunities to, I remember we didn't had English teacher when we were in 9th or 10th standard.
Oh.
Maybe having audiobooks would help us to at least like to learn how to read the chapters, or maybe
Yeah.
these would have helped us understand the chapters, because we had to wait a lot for the teacher to come and then teach. So it would be very helpful.
Yeah, the AI is like crazy now. There's so many options for us to support our learning, and not necessarily just for neurodivergent people. Forest app where for 25 minutes you have to study and mark done and oh yeah, I've heard of that. That's really cool too. That would definitely help with focus and making sure you don't get distracted while you're studying. Is there anyone else? Okay. So some people previously would ask neurodivergent people, like, what's wrong with your brain? And obviously that's not ideal. So now the conversation has shifted to how does your brain work differently? Just like Ishan's talent for art in Tare Zameen Par, or Rizwan in My Name is Khan, he had incredible honesty and he had an incredible perspective. Neurodivergent people offer unique gifts and perspectives. Different never means less, it means special and valuable. Okay, so let's summarize what we learned today. We learned that every brain is unique and wonderful. AI is useful, but it needs to be ethical and respectful. Technology should empower everyone, not exclude anyone. And celebrating differences leads to creativity and new ways of seeing the world. Also here are some fun facts for you. Many celebrities are neurodivergent, but these are just some of them. Tom Cruise and Abhishek Bachchan, they have dyslexia, both of them. Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter in the series, he has dyspraxia. Billie Eilish and Simone Biles have ADHD, and they're very open about it. And finally, director Steven Spielberg, he's really popular. He was diagnosed with dyslexia later into his life, but he never viewed it as a weakness. He saw it as a source of creativity. And being neurodivergent has clearly not stopped any of these people from being incredibly successful. Okay, now it's your turn to talk. I want to hear what do you think, what surprised you or interested you the most today? Like, what was the most surprising thing today? Yeah.
Yes, Lila.
So you showed that list of celebrities. So I surprised about this place, surprised
Mhm.
about them, because I never thought that Tom Cruise and Billie Eilish are the dyslexia
Yeah.
patients. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
I was very shocked too when I found out, when I was researching Abhishek Bachchan, I didn't know that he had dyslexia. Anyone else?
Who else? Did everyone knew about the topic we did today? No?
Yeah.
Okay, Angel, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
please. So it's a new topic for me. I really never thought about it. And I think more people should know about it, and in school also we should teach according to this. Like if people are dyslexic or have ADHD, so we should teach students according to it, so how their brain works. It would be more fun to study with how people want to study, like how their brain works, rather than that old traditional ways.
Yeah, for sure. There's actually a scene in the movie Tare Zameen Par. There's another scene that I was debating if I should put it or not. Where the teacher was being really mean to Ishan because he wasn't able to read. She wasn't understanding like where he's coming from, what his problem might be, why he's not able to read. That was really sad. A lot of people are uneducated on the differences that people might have.
Yes, and I believe like today's time, not like people see different ways as a problem, not as in something creative or something unique. They don't
Exactly.
appreciate different diversity.
Yeah, exactly. Just like his dad in the movie too.
Yes.
Yes.
And what did surprise you, Angel, the most today? What was the
Uh,
new information which surprised you?
I don't know that Daniel, that who played Harry Potter, has this dyslexia. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
about that. And he was really cool. I saw his like A to Z rap he did on a show, and he was so cool. I didn't know he had dyslexia. It was a shock.
He didn't have dyslexia, he had dyspraxia.
Oh,
That's it's like it's issues that people might have in movements, but it's connected to the brain. So like the brain messages aren't accurately transmitted to the body.
oh,
Yeah,
but
they
it's
sound
still
similar
a
though.
shock. It's still
Yeah,
a
it is.
shock. I
Yeah.
really don't know that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's there. Tapsi, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, please. So, I don't know about that. The most surprised me is, dyslexia, because I know I watched that Tare Zameen Par and all of this, and also I saw some reels about celebrity who has these things, but I never, search that dyslexia. What is dyslexia? And also, uh, that's that this is very surprising me, that what is dyslexia.
Yeah. I think it should be more talked about in communities for sure.
Yes, yes. Kushagra? Thank you, Tapsi. Kushagra?
What is
You're welcome.
surprising was that I got to know about neurodiversity, which is a brain problem. So, first of all, I am a big fan of Tom Cruise, and I never thought that he is suffering from dyslexia. So, he just finished his movie Mission Impossible, fourth or the fifth part. So, I'm shocked that he has many problems like brain problems, but he is doing such a action movie and thriller movie now. So it is a surprise and shock for me, please.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's all about because they might struggle in some parts, but they're really good at other things. They're more creative. You guys can do your own research too, because I'm sure there's a lot more celebrities who you guys love that might have who are neurodivergent, sorry. Okay, so another question is, how do you think our schools can use technology to support different learners better? Like what ways do you think the school can support our different learners?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mansi.
So, like in school, the teachers only in our schools, teachers only focus on to teach students. They never thought of learning from students. So, like as a teacher, first they should learn. I am not like first they should know how to uh, like how different students' brain are working, and as per that, they should teach students accordingly. And in this method they can take help of technology by researching, or like as we are
Yeah.
using ChatGPT nowadays to know many things like that they can.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Anyone else? Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. So I feel there's lack of awareness amongst teachers itself that there are many students who are neurodivergent. So I feel at first place we have to spread awareness amongst teachers and teach them how they can be inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe teaching them, like, how we can use technology to make the students feeling inclusive would be at the third place in my perspective.
Yeah, that you're right.
And let's say if we reach at that stage, because it is going to take time, because as normal students, like, they are also very much normal, but from the schools from where we come, even we struggled to have basic facility like teachers, or them teaching, or them having the knowledge to teach us. So let's say if we reach at that stage, so there are multiple technologies, such as you shared audiobooks, and I
Mhm.
am sure there must be other apps that may help teachers to, like, know how they can keep students who are neurodivergent engaged in some activities. And I think they are great visual learners. So maybe including more video lessons would help them a lot.
Yeah, that's a great way we can implement technology. Um, yeah, Lakshmi?
Yes, yes, Didi. Even I like every student have a different types of learning style. Like some easy learn by the visual, some learn by audio, or some student learn by writing, just writing. So we have to understand what student need and how we can support student in that resources.
Mm-hmm.
And according to that, school teachers can provide this. Even now we are like improving a lot toward the technology. Now like we have even the Meta said that they are introducing a goggle that can be a like image what type of thing you are thinking, that show on your image in that things. So we should use this technology to make education more efficient, more inclusive, and more like useful, like toward the upcoming future. So it not look like you are just learning but it is not implementing in the real life. But while learning it is a useful while and engaging things, so
Mm-hmm.
more student can interest to learn.
Yeah, because if teachers aren't accommodating to how students understand, then the students are not going to be engaged. Okay, my last question would be if you guys have any questions or personal stories, your own stories that you want to share about neurodivergent people or anything like that.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you one thing, like as far as in India, we are getting awareness for dyslexia kids
Mm-hmm.
and students. Like in school, we should do this. What about the other countries? Like how are they uh, treating, not treating, like coming up with this awareness thing? Like do they have things in school or in their syllabus or from childhood only or in college? Or what are
Um,
the other things that are included on them?
Yeah, so I'm actually not in India, so I guess I'm in the UAE, so this would be obviously another country. So in my school, for example, there's a whole separate section. I don't know if it's the same in some schools in India, but there's a whole separate section for students with different needs than us. Like maybe students with dyslexia or autism or Down syndrome. There's a whole set of different teachers for them. They simplify, or they cater to what the student might need to understand what the teachers are teaching in their class. So that's one simple way that they're being inclusive. And then they also celebrate uh an awareness day for neurodivergent students. We have a whole day we can dress up in a certain color, and just to show support for the students who need to learn differently.
Okay, understood.
Thank you, Tanish, for asking the question. Sejal, do you want to go ahead?
Yes, please. So I wanted to share some personal experience. So I have two elder siblings. One is my elder sister, and one is my elder brother. And um, so their brain works differently. I am not sure whether they have autism or any such anything like this. But as I was pursuing psychology, I got to understand that that when they were born, they didn't cry. And that time, that thing has affected their development. And I always wondered why they, my elder sister does not prefers to talk with many people. Um, she 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 loves I she doesn't know what she loves, etc. So all her life she has been taunted that you don't know what you like, you don't know what you want, what is your favorite color, something like that. So, as I was pursuing psychology, I understood that why knowing early, having knowing early matters a lot. Because if my parents knew during that time, the situation wouldn't be what it is right now. I mean, there would be some kind of development in her brain, and maybe she would be a different person.
Yeah.
But I have another example as well. I have my younger sibling. So by her time, my mother knew that if a baby doesn't cry, there is an issue. So, when she was born, she also didn't cry. So the first thing my mom said to the doctor, please go and meri bachi ko rulao. Because she already had two experiences. And now I can see a huge difference. So that is why maybe knowing early and
Yeah.
identifying the symptoms early and working on it is definitely important.
Yeah, it's really interesting to think how like one small event can change the whole trajectory of your life. Did you cry when you were born?
Yes, please. I was actually, I my mom gave birth to me at home itself, so it was quite painful, but I cried.
Okay.
That that
Um,
is why they think I am the normal child. But when I get to know, first of all, when my two siblings were born, my mom was very young. When I was born, it was the and a perfect age, not perfect, but a age where women can conceive. So according to her, I am the normal, but everyone is normal. It's just
Yeah,
that
exactly.
lack of awareness, you
Yeah,
know?
exactly. It should be much more normalized because you're saying that she's being taunted also for the way her brain works, but it doesn't make sense because everyone is different anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sejal, for sharing this. We are so glad you could share that. Lakshmi also had something to share or say, right? Please, Lakshmi, go ahead.
Yes, Siddhi. Adding to Sejal Didi point, even now I am a psychology student, so we have now subject called abnormal. So that class start with the definition, what is a normal? What do you think? What is a normal? Some people said the normal who behave good, so who have a ability to see, but others don't have like other thing visually impact. Even they can able to behave good, they can able to see things with their inner eyes. So what do you think to definition of abnormal? So it is about our thinking process, how we think others in which perspective or which point of view. Even recently in UPSC exam, the one who achieve a good rank, he's a visually impact person. he cracked that exam at the same level as other did. So abnormal definition is different from other to other, and
Yeah.
we are the people who make the definitions of like this is normal and this is not normal.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely subjective based on how you're brought up, what your mentality is, which is again why it should be much more normalized to have these conversations about neurodivergence, and how we can support people who are neurodivergent. Yeah, Angel.
Yes, so I also want to add. I just recently watched Sitare Zameen Par. So in that there was a scene where one character explaining Amir Khan, where Amir Khan is teaching uh, autistic kids basketball. I think yes, basketball. So told him like for you maybe it's abnormal, but they are born like this. For them, it's their normal. Just because you are not like that and you don't agree with that point of view doesn't mean that it's wrong or something abnormal.
Yeah, what
So
did he say?
I think
Sabka.
अपना अपना
Yeah.
नजरिया होता है, I think.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a matter of perspective. What we think is normal and what is abnormal. It may be abnormal for us, but for them it's completely normal in day-to-day life.
Yeah, and then towards the end of the movie, he was taught to understand and to be aware of the people and their needs, which shows that like you need to be having these conversations and be aware of it.
Yes, like how there was also a bus scene where the society was like they are crazy people while they are in public place. So it's just matter of perspective. The knowledge, they lack knowledge about things,
Yeah.
so they think it's wrong. And they're like Amir Khan was protecting them because he now understand that but just because they are different doesn't mean they are crazy or something is wrong with them. It's just they are normal.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing, Angel and Lakshmi. Thank you so much. I think there is a very interesting answer on the chat box Safa Sanya has given for the technological use. If you want to check that out.
Yeah, I saw that. That was really interesting. It's also really normal now, like to own a VR set. Like it can be easily accessible as compared to maybe 10 years ago when it was more recent. So yeah, that would be really cool. Like I'm imagining if I was in a history class and then they just gave us VRs to immerse ourselves into the times that they're teaching us about. That would be really cool.
Yes, that's amazing. Anyone else who wants to answer, wants to share? Safa, do you want to answer these questions on your experiences?
Yeah, actually something that's really surprised me was the amount of apps. I think the amount of apps and technology they have to support the neurodivergent people, because obviously I was doing my own research during while I was making the presentation. So I found it really interesting that such apps exist. They're accessible. Yeah. And I also found it really upsetting, I guess, like seeing how many people are unaware of how they can help the students. Like again, Ishan's dad in the movie Tar Zameen Par, where he just wasn't understanding that his son is different and he has his own skills. Like he's really artistic. He doesn't need to be good at exactly what his dad was good at. Everyone has their own unique skill sets and talents. So I thought that was really upsetting. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much. And what do you think? Or do you have any suggestions for them that what kind of technology can be used for schools and communities?
I think just using those apps that were mentioned over there is a great start because they're very easily accessible clearly because they're just apps. Um, they're the digital planners, the visual timers, because like I mentioned in my school, they have a separate section for inclusivity for those students, and I actually visit there often because I have a project over there. But it's really interesting because they have separate accommodations, like over here mentioned noise canceling technology. Like they have headphones for the students to watch the videos, take the tests, listen to the words that are displayed on the test. It really simplifies the process for the students so that they're more capable of using their full potential.
Yes, that's amazing. Guys, have you noted down these apps maybe for people who are nearby you and you know that, they face such things? For them, that'll be really great if you can pass on these app names to them, which will help them a lot. So
Yeah, and
please
honestly,
do.
I don't think it's necessary for just to be for neurodivergent people. Like digital planners, visual timers. I feel like my mom would love to use those. And noise canceling technology. I think anyone would want that.
Yes, that's amazing. Thanks, Mansi. Okay. Uh, okay. So, we had a topic till here only. I want to understand if everyone understood everything, and if you have any further questions, anything that you don't remember or have forgotten that we did in the earlier portion, anything, any confusion, please do ask. Okay. Thanks, Ajal. Thanks, Bhuteshwari. So, can we just ask them one or two questions based on the differentiation bit?
Based on the, sorry, what?
Differentiation of the first three slides, I think.
These
Yeah.
three?
Fourth one. Yeah. Has everyone understood this one? Can anyone give me examples of what is what? Because earlier some of you all did not know the meaning of it, right? How are they different from each other? So can anyone give me answers on these?
Does anyone remember what like dyslexia is? Yep. Angel.
So dyslexia is something that the person who has dyslexia have a problem in traditional way of reading, but it's not like they can't read or have particularly problem in reading. It's just the traditional way we do reading, they have problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a really common myth. I think this was the hardest one to bust because a lot of people just a lot of people just think that dyslexia means that um they just can't read at all, like they won't be able to read. But that's far from true. What about for ADHD? Do you guys have an idea of what that might be?
Yes, Dilda.
Yeah, ADHD is attention deficit or hyperactive disability. It is all about the on the attention. We are studying the and just imagining the some words and creating the another story from that word. So it is about the attention gap. Yeah.
It's inattention, impulsivity. They might struggle in focusing, um, because they have their own maybe impulsive thoughts. And what about autism?
Okay, I want someone else to answer now. Maybe Kajal, Jasmine, Zainab, any one of you. Shamna, any one of you wants to answer? Please go ahead. Fatima. If you did not understand, that's completely fine. You can just tell us that you did not understand and we can repeat it for you. No problem. Anyone wants to unmute and say? Shamna, do you want to try? Yeah. What does autism mean is the question. Or if you can describe that. Fatima, Shamna, Jasmine, Kajal, Zainab, anyone. Even if it's not correct, it's completely fine. Yeah, Shamna, you can answer in chat, no problem. You can unmute and say also, you can answer in chat as well. Don't worry if you feel it's not completely correct. Try to speak up. I just want you guys to speak up. Okay? Jasmine, let's start with you. You want to give it a shot? Yeah? We'll just try to speak. Yeah? Please unmute and speak.
Yes. Uh, it can refer to the creation or study of what?
Okay. Yes, yes. Going good. Anything else?
Nothing. Thank you.
Okay, that's great.
Ma'am,
That's a great start.
can I
Good.
try?
Who was that? Sorry.
Zainab, please.
Zainab. Yes, Zainab, please go ahead.
It is a condition of affecting brain development
Yeah.
and difficult to communicate with people.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
Yes, that's amazing. Great. See, you guys can do it. Don't be shy, okay? Speak up. It's okay. It's just us. Don't be hesitant about speaking. Okay? Let's try. Kajal, do you want to try?
Actually, I don't understand the question, please.
Okay. So the question is, what is autism? Do you know what is autism?
If you guys are aware of any other
Am I audible?
yeah.
Yes, you are. Please go ahead.
Autism, it is spectrum disorder.
Yes, yes. Go on, go on. What are you saying? Go on.
It is spectrum disorder is a neurological and development disorder that affects how individuals feel and interact with this world around them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Suffolk. Oh, I got brief portions, but do you think was that correct? If
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
you
that
can
was
explain
correct.
to me.
She was yeah, yeah. But if you guys are aware of anything else, any other issues that neurodivergent people might face, you guys can say that too. We don't have to stick to autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. These are just examples. I think someone was raising their hand, but they didn't get to speak. Sonia?
Yes, I was saying that autism means developmental disorder.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So does anyone have any other information that we might not know of? Yeah. Yeah, they do have that problem as well.
Okay, Durgeshwari is asking, do they have fear of certain things? Like
Oh,
whatever
is
happens?
that a question? Okay. I'm not sure actually. I think they should because they have really niche specific things that they're interested in or that they think that not many other people might have going on in their brain. Like, hmm. I can't really think of an example because I don't know many autistic people. Um, do you guys have any examples? Yeah, they can be really focused, especially on specific topics that they're interested in. And then maybe in other things they could be not focused because it doesn't appeal to their interests.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thank you for listening.
for sure. Like I think anyone can have, definitely anyone has fears. I'm scared of the dark. I can't I can't sleep without a light on. Does anyone else have really weird fears? Because I think this is really common. It's not it I don't think it has necessarily something to do with neurodiversity.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, I'm happy to see that most of you all are getting some clue about what are the terms and what does it define. Yes, is there any specific threat about this? Okay, there is a question. Is there any specific threat about this?
About what?
Lakshmi,
Neurodiversity.
yeah.
Sorry?
Neurodivergent.
I think it definitely depends on the type of neurodivergent they're a part of. Like for people with autism, you're really not able to tell that they have some other interests that they might have. They might be neurodivergent. They're just they just have the things going on in their brain. But I know that some people with autism, they're really aggressive. They can be really aggressive, not necessarily all of them, but some of them have that are maybe on the higher end of the spectrum. They can be really aggressive. Yeah, that's something I can think of. And then also not necessarily neurodivergence, but there are neurological disorders that can definitely be threats, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, uh multiple system atrophy. These are completely different topics, but they're also to do with the brain.
Okay, I hope that clarifies your question, Lakshmi. Great. Thank you so much. Any further questions, guys? We are done with the topic over here. We are done with the questions and the quizzes from our end. If you guys have any questions, anything else that you want to ask or speak, we can take that now. Okay, Zainab says thumbs up. Okay, if everyone understood everything and have no further questions, please give a thumbs up. Okay. Rukmini and Nishita, what about you guys? Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Rukmini and Nishita, are you guys here? Do you guys have any questions, any doubts? If not, please give a thumbs up.
Oh, they can write differently. I think it's similar to how they read. Um, he could write to an extent, right? Unless I'm mistaken. In the movie.
Right, but jumbled up letters.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I also think it depends on the severity, but they're able to write, just not the same way that you would expect them to, or like maybe the way you guys write.
So Shamna, to add on to Safa's part, they can write, but cannot write correctly because they can see the words differently from what we can. Say suppose we are seeing a 6, but unko ulta dikhega, that would be a 9 for them, or something like that, right? So they can see, they can write, but it's jumbled up in their head. That is the reason they are not able to answer it correctly. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Correct, Sanya. Correct, Sejal. Amazing. Great. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Kushagra. Thank you, Shamna. I
Thank
hope
you.
all the questions are clarified. If there are any further questions, you can let us know and we can clarify it next time as well. Don't hesitate on that. Thank you so much for showing up for the class. I hope everyone enjoyed it. It was something new. And definitely, this was also an awareness session where if you see anyone across you dealing with this, don't be harsh on them. Understand what they are going through and try to, if you're not able to help them out, at least try to uh, support them in by creating an awareness, right?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the messages on the chat box
Thank
as
you.
well. Thank you.
Maybe next time we can do something about the neurological disorders, like that I was mentioning, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. That's also something I'm really interested in.
Yeah. Would you guys like to learn that? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Or was it too much today?
No, please, it was so fun.
Okay. Amazing.
Yeah.
Great.
It
Great. Then we
was
can look
very
into something
interesting.
like that. Okay. Thank you so much, Janab. Okay. Okay. So we shall look into this later as well as a topic area for you guys. Thank you so much for your feedbacks. We may end the session here. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, Safa. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you
Thank you
guys.
so much, Didi. Thank you.
Thank you, Safari.
Bye.
Thank you, Chinali. Bye.
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 Bye bye. Thank you so much.